Alright guys, so this video today is how I apply my false lashes and little tips and tricks I've learned along the way that make doing it a lot easier. Most beauty gurus don't really put that part of the video in their videos, like the part where they apply their false lashes and things like that. So, sometimes it's kind of hard to know what kind of tips and tricks all of the big beauty gurus use in order to make it easier, and it's probably because they've just done it so much and they've done it for so long that it's easy for them. But it is kind of hard when you're first starting to apply those false lashes. These are kind of just little tricks that I've picked up on my own over like the past 4 months of me using false lashes. I never really used them before, and now I just use them in every single makeup look. I feel naked without them. I love them so much. My favorite brand are by far the Cocoa lashes. I have a whole drawer full of Cocoa lashes and just obsessed with them. So I do recommend those. They're pretty inexpensive as well, and I really do like Ardell lashes also. And I also really like Kiss lashes, and these were in the style Poise. I used up the whole thing, but I kept the carton so you could see. Those are really nice as well. Every person is different, so it's kind of like foundation. What might work for you might not work for someone else, which is why I think every beauty guru has a favorite pair of lashes that they wear all the time. And I think it's because you find the ones that you like and you wear them all the time, which is definitely the case for me also. So what might work for me might not work for you. And as you will notice, these aren't the lashes that I tried to put on in the video. And the reason why is because I wanted to use these lashes. They are Kiss lashes and they are extremely thick. They don't really bend to your eye shape very well, and I don't know, they were just hard to apply, which is why I chose them though. I wanted them to be hard to apply so I could kind of show you what kind of problems you might run into, but I didn't want to keep wearing them because they didn't really look right because I couldn't get them down correctly, which is what I thought might happen. So that's why I have these lashes on, which are one of my new favorites. They're so pretty. These are the Cocoa lashes in the style Risque. But if you want to see how I kind of put on my lashes the easiest way possible for myself, then just keep on watching. Today I'm going to tell you how to apply false lashes. The first thing you want to do is to make sure that the lashes that you're using are cruelty-free. Now, I don't want to push my beliefs on you, and I don't want to push this on you if this is something that you don't care about. I think that it's something you should care about, but I can't force you to buy cruelty-free lashes. So one thing you can do is look it up. One thing I really like to use is crueltyfreekitty.com. It tells you all the cruelty-free brands. It can show you specific products, foundations, mascaras, etc., which are cruelty-free. So you can look it up in many different ways. Some of my favorites are Cocoa lashes, Ardell lashes, things like that are cruelty-free, House of Lashes. So you want to make sure that you look that up. I suggest you not looking on the specific website of the lashes. Like, say you want to go on Huda Beauty and buy some of their lashes. I suggest you don't trust everything they say. I don't want to stir up any shit, but I mean, Huda Beauty is just one of the many brands that advertises their lashes as being cruelty-free when in fact they sell mink lashes. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know how mink lashes are cruelty-free. You can claim all you want that they are from free-range zoos and they're collected off of minks, like the hair that falls off of them is what collected, but regardless, they are still being caged up, they are still being used for their fur, and I don't think that's right, and it really bothers me that they advertise their lashes as cruelty-free when in fact they have mink lashes. So now that that's my little spiel, get the kind of lashes that you're going to feel comfortable wearing. So for instance, in this little thing that I have right here, this is such a good way to keep your lashes. I find it much easier than keeping all the boxes that they're in. So get a little container and get the lashes that you like. So for instance, these are my favorite less intense lashes. These are Cocoa lashes in the style Misha. They're very comfortable to wear, very thin band, and I rewear them often. So that's another thing to look for, is how often you can wear the lashes or how many times you can wear the lashes before you throw them out. Do not throw them out after your first wear unless you ruin them. They can be cleaned, they can be taken care of, so you can wear them many times. I wear my lashes about 15 times at least before I throw them away. If that's the route you like to go, then you can go that way. Or you can get some more intense lashes like these. So that's really just up to you. Some of them are easier to apply than others. And I'm just going to tell you a few tips and tricks that make it easier. One mistake that I made was going and buying the Dark Tone Duo Lash Glue. If you don't use this, like if you're not super good at putting on your lashes, if your lashes touch your eyelid, this will stain it black. So, I'm not saying it's bad glue, it's just, for me it was hard to do because I am kind of messy when I put them on. I'm not the best at it. So I use this Duo Lash Glue, which is my favorite. One trick I find the easiest to put the glue onto the lashes is to squirt a dot, that wasn't a dot, onto the back of my hand. And then I take the lash and I take a small brush and I dip the brush into the glue and I use this to paint the lash line with glue. Now, one thing I was doing at the beginning was adding way too much glue and not waiting for them to dry before putting on my eye. So that is another thing. You want to wait for it to get tacky before you put it on your eye. If you go straight in with the wet glue, it's not going to stay. So you're going to have to keep fiddling with it and fooling with it to get it to stick to your eyes until it starts to get tacky. I did that all the time. I didn't understand why you had to wait for it to get tacky, and therefore they never worked. Another thing you want to do is make sure that your lashes are cut to your specific eye shape, eye length, whatever you want to call it. So these are, what did I just do? These are Kiss Lashes Couture Faux Mink Collection. They look like this. These are more intense, and I got them at Walgreens because I'd never seen them before. So I usually pull the lashes off just with my fingers, but sometimes you have to be aware that can kind of mess them up. So then I just kind of place it on my eye and I try to see if I have to cut it at all. I need a mirror for this, but I've never used these before, so this could either be a really bad idea or a really good find. So they don't poke my eyes out. See how they kind of stick out at the ends? I'm just going to cut those off because if your lashes are too long, they can poke your eyes and just like irritate them. Like it won't look like they're going to poke your eyes, but they'll like irritate them. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to pick up a small brush. I'm going to dip it into the glue, and I'm going to paint the glue onto the lash line. And this will just keep it from like gobbing up glue on there. So much easier this way than trying to like put the glue on with a squeezy tube. For me, there's no like scientific way to know if it's tacky or not. I just wait until it looks like the glue is starting to go a little bit clear. And that's how I know that it's starting to dry a little bit, because this does dry clear. Do that. And also, your lashes aren't always going to stick perfectly. For me, the inner corners are the hardest things, especially when they are new lashes. When they are new lashes, they don't stick on the inner corners as easily as if they're worn. So, I mean, that's why a lot of times you see some beauty gurus have like the inner corners of their lashes popping off, because it's so hard to get them to stay. So, don't judge them. Don't judge me. It's really difficult. That happens to me all the time. Like, I have to stop in the middle of filming all the time to re-glue the inner corners. So, it looks like it's starting to dry a little bit. So what I like to do is do the outer corner / middle section first. I used to use a tool, but I find it easier to use my fingers. So I kind of set it down on the very end of the lash line to make sure it's going to be in the right spot. And then I press it down and I pinch. And that's because I want it to be as close to my lash line as I can get it, because if you have a gap, you're obviously going to be able to see it. And then I use my other hand and push it down on the inner corner. Now, like I said, it's going to be really hard. So then I pinch it in the middle. And when it's a thicker lash band, it is harder to get it to form to your eye shape. So it is going to be more difficult and you're probably going to have to play with it more. Sometimes when they're thicker, you'll push one end down and the other end pops up, so it's really just about having patience. Now, I've never worn these lashes before, so hopefully they look okay on me. So see what I mean? The inner corner is super, super hard. So if you're having problems with the inner corner, take your little brush again, dip it in some glue, and then put it on the lash line. Now you're going to get some on your eye, but this is going to dry clear, so don't worry too much about that. Part of my problem is these might be a little bit too long for me. One thing you can do is just stick it down anyways, and then take some liner, fill in the inner corner, and it helps kind of like make it darker and blend the lash in a little bit more. So this isn't like the best I've ever seen. Another thing that really helps is filling in like your tight line area with some black. It just kind of helps blend in the black a little bit more. And also, if you're not too sure, sometimes doing a winged liner can help disguise that. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the other lash, just so that way it's a little bit faster. I'm changing out my lashes for the other video because I really didn't like those. So that just further proves my point that, you know, not every lash is going to work for you. These are my Cocoa lashes, and these are a new style for me. These are the style Risque. You can see the band is a lot thinner, and for me, these kind of look like my favorites, which are Cocoa lashes, or I mean not Cocoa lashes, which are Misha from Cocoa Lashes, but these are a little bit more intense. So this is definitely my style, but more glam, which is perfect. And I just want to show you how easily I can apply these ones. So, you know, like I said, some lashes are going to be easier than other ones, and that literally took me like 30 seconds to put on. Alright guys, so I changed my lashes. I applied different ones, but the tips and tricks were basically the same. So I hope this video helped you. Please let me know if it did help you by leaving me a comment. Contact me on my social media accounts. Hi, Bubba. Ow. Please follow me on all of my social media accounts, and please subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! You're so